best offensive player and their best defensive player.
Welcome to the Outback To Endzone podcast. I'm drinking solo again, eh? The big fella's at it.
Get it away from me. Get it away from me. If I had another one, I reckon I'd tune into hell.
We'll get into that. How are you, Jomo?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you, fellas. Another dusty day for old Ados. Wouldn't put it past you to have a slow, long weekend, mate. I'm not surprised at all you rocked up a bit hairy.
I reckon I'm going to treat myself to a couple of weekends off the grog, I reckon, and just try and remember what it feels like to be a normal human again.
It's the classic Monday post-big session. I'm not drinking again.
I'm off the piss.
You've said it the last 3 weeks.
Mrs. rang me. She was coming home from where her family live and whatever, and she's like, "Oh, how's the health?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm off the piss." She was like, "Oh, well, Friday will roll around, and you get a message from one of the boys, and you'll be keen to go again." And it's a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, it is. It is, but hey, it's got to be done.
And someone's got to do it. Might as well be me.
That's it. Have you recovered, Jomo, after Friday night?
Oh, not really. I was a sad sack of shit all weekend. Yeah, no, I wasn't happy. I was so disappointed. The worst part was Garts Guarantee would have got off if the Hawkers had got that one done. So, absolutely spewing. Very shit effort in the second half. Some poor umpiring. Didn't help having the fucking nose rubbed in the shit after the game as well. Took me a while to get over that one, I think. But we've got the bye week next week, so I can just have a week off watching footy, I reckon.
People that listen to this podcast, that post-game reaction, the mic throw,
that was live.
That was legitimate.
That was raw. I have never seen a bigger quaggy in my life.
Silk.
It was genuinely pitiful the way you carried on after the game.
Fuck off. You're walking up to me and just giving me the old rub of the gut. That's nothing. I'm surprised I didn't react any worse, to be honest. I thought it was quite... Yeah, the mic throw might have been a little bit too much, but then you stripped me on the segment straight afterwards. Fucking talking of kicking a man while he's down. Fucking
We didn't
hell.
kick a man while he's down. We booted the piss out of him. We stomped on him, set him on fire, and pissed on him.
Let's get to it. So, there's been hot debate over the weekend with Garts Guarantee. It's not a Monday night podcast segment or release on a Tuesday. It's not a segment for tonight, but what are we doing with it? Because we got Merv Multi. He's keen, eager to go.
To his tips.
Jomo, Garts Guarantee. I think it's under the gun.
No, it's fair enough it's under the gun, but I'm welcoming challenges. That's where my head's at. If you want to start a Merv Multi, we can run the segment together, Aiden, if you want. We can go head-to-head for the rest of the year. How does that sound?
I don't mind that, actually. I was about to say I reckon we give him one more week and then we reassess, but I don't mind the idea of a little bit of head-to-head inter-team betting against each other and seeing who can make the followers the most money. So it's probably not a bad shout, actually.
I can't really hide from the fact that I've lost $200 to our loyal and legendary followers, and that does hurt me a little bit. So those that have followed me, I apologise, but hey, if they've got some options on the table, then they can either blame both of us and we can share the blame, or they can follow one of us and then they could have picked the other. So I'm quite happy. I reckon that's the way to go. And let's just don't mind when a bit of competitiveness comes into it. That tends to be where I do my best work. So I'm all for it.
When Jomo was on the basketball, he was a wily defender. That competitive nature back out of him. I like the idea. The Merv Multi v Garts Guarantee. That's sorted. We're keeping both.
There you go. They're both in.
See how we go. See who performs better. And
I literally now have to put my money where my mouth is.
I can be the judge from afar. We'll get it back to Friday. First of all, I want to shout out the listener that come up to us post-game and said, love the podcast. Get in our DMs, mate. We're going to shoot you some merch. You're a fucking legend. So get in the DMs. Hit us up. Tell us who you were. It was fucking awesome, wasn't it?
It was like the coolest thing that since we've started this, like sitting around, we're just talking post-game, chewing the fat and whatever, and just had a random listener come. He's like, boys, love the pod. And it was like,
a boost, wasn't it?
That just happened. Like,
yeah.
That means there is someone listening to it.
There's more than just me mum watching.
We've got more than one listener, so I was very impressed with that. No, so get in our DMs and let us know who you were, mate, because, yeah, we'd love to send you a bit of swag.
It was a surreal, and that's just, we celebrated our 10,000 followers over the weekend, and that's what's been the best bit about it is, I guess, growing the podcast, growing our facial stuff the last sort of 4 months, podcast last couple. But it's the community that we're building, which is the most exciting part. Still going to have our highlights, still going to have the podcast stuff, but the loyal listeners, you guys are what makes the pod and why we do it. So keep getting your stuff in, keep saying g'day when you see us, and yeah, let's keep taking it to the moon, eh?
While we're on the 10,000 followers achievement, boys, just going to call a little bit of an audible. Do we all have like a favourite memory of getting to this mark, like that we all sort of have?
I think mine's pretty easy. Getting a ticket to the Super Bowl is pretty cool.
It's pretty
Did you go to the
no-brainer.
Super Bowl? Did you? Smoking bongs at Ray's house probably has to be right up there for me. I don't know. I think probably the part of the whole thing was probably our time at Radio Row when we were in San Francisco and like walking around, and that was when we had 7,000 followers or something at the time. But like bumping shoulders with the who's who of the NFL world, and then by week's end you've got Joe Hayden sees the Aussie dudes walking down. He's like,
G'day, mate.
"G'day, mate." And you're like, he's talking to us. He
Yeah.
knows who we are. Like that sort of stuff is probably what my highlight's been so far.
Nah, Joey Hayden, what a man. What an absolute man.
Smoking Joe.
Mine would probably be we literally put up the video. It would have gone up tonight, so last night for anyone listening today, the tour of West Virginia facilities and hanging out with Ollie Straw. Ollie Straw is just one of the best blokes I've ever met, hands down. So, if anyone wants to see what that day was like, jump on YouTube and check that one out because that was absolutely incredible. Yeah, probably was been the highlight for me so far. But well done, boys. Cheers to getting to 10,000, and thank you everyone that has jumped on and followed and just got around us because, yeah, it means the world to us. It just means we get to do it more. So, yeah, very grateful.
And before we get stuck into the podcast, the last bit was Friday. We did episode 3 of Battle of the Boot, Jamo. Finn Lappin, former Kansas punter, now Newland Cat, playing a bit of local footy. We played the Newland Cats earlier on in the year, so we didn't get to play against Finn, but that was an awesome episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good fun. He's another riffing fella, another booming leg. I don't want to spoil it, but something very exciting happened in this episode. So
Stay tuned because there will be a highlight from Finn Lappin, I can promise you.
Oh, can't tell you what it was just yet, but can tell you it was it's probably the highlight of filming Battle of the Boot so far, that's for sure.
The thing that I loved about Finn too, absolute ripping kid, grouse fella, beautiful leg on him, but again, just we've done Billy Gowers, former professional footballer, obviously got a massive leg. Then we've got Tommy McGuinness, who's built like a truck, like legs huge, would squat 170 pounds. And then you have
Kilos.
Finn Lappin,
Kilos.
170 kilos, sorry.
Yeah.
And then you have Finn Lappin, who is a small forward midfielder. Like, there's not much of Finn. He'd weigh 75 kilos. But it just goes to show you don't have to be an ex-AFL player. You don't have to be able to squat 170 kilos. You can be anyone as long as you stick to the craft. He said he spent 2 years in pro kick. You stick and you work hard at your craft. You can make it to Kansas, who are D1 college over in the States, punting in front of hundreds of thousands of people. Before we go on, the one story a listener, Sammy Griffiths, sent in. Finn was playing against Texas Tech this year, and a few boys I played footy with, went over to see Burjo punt, and Finn Lappin was near them on the bench, and he yells out, they're yelling out to him, "Oi, Lappin, fuck off back to Ballarat, you cunt!" And Finn was like, I'm like, who knows where I'm from? What the fuck is these Aussie blokes in the crowd hitting me up for? We're getting absolutely pummeled by Texas Tech. So that was a funny story to relive with Finn.
That's such a cracker. Yeah, as you sort of touched on, like, how good is it just seeing another Aussie that's absolutely smoked it and gone and had a pretty cool career over there. Like, even like when we were down at the G the other night at the footy, we were kicking that fella that he kicked the ball into the cops, and then I think the next day he messaged us and he sent a video of him kicking a footy. How did you see that video?
Yeah.
Either of you guys?
Yeah, he had a nice Tory.
About 60-metre torp easily, and the rest. And me and Adam were just like, mate, get down to pro kick tomorrow. Like, you'd be silly
You
not
want to
to.
play local footy, yeah, I understand, but the opportunity to go play college football in America, I couldn't give a fuck what local footy you're playing or what you could achieve at local footy. Doing this is so much cooler.
Well, Billy Gower's literally swapped his VFL career to go do it. So there's a case in point enough, hey?
Definitely. Right, well, let's get stuck in. Hit the stinger, Jamo.
Unbelievable! Oh, wow! Incredible!
First down.
I said it the other week. Nick's in 5. Fuck that. Nick's in 4. How about them Knickerbockers?
Flying.
2-0 off the rip. They've started unbelievable. They beat the Spurs in San Antonio, 105-104. Wemby, he's so good. He pulls up from fucking the logo. But what's he do when the game's there to be won? Oh, Wemby, you've had a stinker, son. Had the chance to go and win the game for him. Couldn't get it done. Nick's up 2-0. Start locking the city down. Start locking New York down. Board up your windows, lock your doors, hide your kids, hide your wives, because it is going to be fucking bedlam in a couple of weeks' time, because them Knickerbockers are flying.
Chance to win their first title since 1973. They've gone into San Antonio, won 2 in a row. It's we expected a good series, and the 2 games have been unbelievable. They've been bangers, but golly, New York, it is going to be madness.
Well, it's like what you touched on the other week. They haven't played, whereas it was a massive 7-game series against OKC. They're banged up. The Knicks have won 12 games in a row, but they're just fresh. They're flying. They're playing good ball, whereas the Spurs do look tired and run down and beat up. And again, we've touched on how it's a younger squad, but the Knicks look the real deal.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to go into the Garden and even compete. It's going to be nuts in there. There's not going to be one San Antonio fan in there because none of them can probably afford to get into the joint. Like, it is going to be insane. Like, I think it could be a sweep, which is a bit of a disappointing end to the NBA Finals, to be honest. I'd love to see the Spurs sneak a win in here, but I just don't think it's going to happen. So,
talking about prices of tickets, it's Jack Settleman's put a thing up yesterday saying $6,000 US for a ticket to go to one of the next 2 games. Before the series, a front row, so not even courtside ticket, was $350,000 US. So that's only going to be more expensive now. But as Jack said, he does a newsletter, as he said, worth every penny. Could be the best sporting moment of his life. Knicks fans have never seen it. I know this is completely different, but when the Bulldogs won the premiership in 2016, that was I paid $200, not $6,000, but it was one of the best moments of my life, seeing that with my grandfather, who I thought we would never see a grand final. And they're moments like that are just unbelievable. But, yeah, it is expensive, but worth it, I think.
Absolutely it is, yeah. Get on them Knicks.
maybe not $350,000 worth it, but $6,000 you can justify.
Us 3 wouldn't be able to put $350,000 between us after
I don't think
5
we
years
could count
of
to
work.
it.
After the weekend, I wouldn't be able to put $350 together.
What in the world?
Second down.
This one come across my desk this morning, and it is one of the most bizarre stories. I did a little reel about it today, but Broncos edge Jonathan Cooper and his partner were arrested today, both of them, for a domestic dispute. Both sides told different stories. It was pretty much over the fact, I think Jonathan Cooper's partner wanted to look through his phone, allegations of cheating, and then she said he got physical, he said he held her at arm's length. They agreed on one thing, though. Jonathan Cooper ate his partner's phone. The old mate has got the phone and just started gnawing into it and digesting a mobile phone. A, how do you do that? I don't know. 2, B, why would that even cross your mind? That is the biggest bizarre. I don't know what else to say.
What? Like he's
He grabbed her phone, put it in his gob, and chewed it and ate it.
So let me hear this out. The girl,
Imagine the shards of glass coming out the other end.
I hadn't heard of this
fucking hell.
until just now. So he's allegedly done something he shouldn't.
No.
Instead of just snapping the phone or throwing it, he's
eating it. So the before and after, we're not going to dive into. Whether it got domestically involved, who knows? They agreed though. He ate the phone.
Surely you flush it down the toilet before you fucking eat it. Why are you eating your phone?
all I can think of is that video Shahid Afridi just chewing on the cricket ball. Yeah. It's like just the most bizarre thing you've ever seen. And he shared. Imagine if there was footage of this.
Oh, that is one of the most bizarre stories I've ever heard. Like, what is going through your head to think that is your best line of options? And the worst part is, mate, you're obviously fucking guilty. Like, whatever she was looking for, you may as well have just told her it was. You may as well have just shown it to her. Like, by going to the lengths of having to eat your own phone. Well,
he didn't eat his phone. He ate her phone.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so he ate her phone.
So it's not even like his own phone to destroy. What the fuck?
He has gone and eaten her phone because she was trying to get his. And and then apparently on her phone she had voice recordings from her deceased mother that they were precious. So that was her biggest issue. My biggest issue is Jonathan Cooper, brother. If you're eating a phone, what else are you capable of doing?
Well, what's his phone number? Can we try call him?
Give it a bell, see if it'll still ring.
Like you said, good luck to his rear end, I reckon.
If you've got a more bizarre story than that, please send it into Outback To Endzone because I would love to hear it. Because I don't think I've ever heard anything as crazy as that. That's wild.
What have you eaten unusual?
What's the most bizarre thing you've consumed? And Samsung Galaxy S5.
Old mate got his apples mixed up.
I complain about eating fucking Chinese food.
Oh, shit. Anyway, moving on.
How can you top that? You just can't.
Pressure and taken down.
Third down.
Rightio, third down, under pressure for the week. And this one's quite disappointing because we haven't had this happen yet. Someone's gone from the winner of the week to the following week. They've been put under pressure. And it unfortunately is the North Melbourne Football Club. They showed so much hope and promise last week, knocking off Gold Coast with that incredible comeback. But my word, they lost by 124 points. They were playing Freo. They were playing over in WA. It was playing at that weird Bunbury Stadium. I tell you what, there's no way that gets renewed to go back there because if you're a North fan in WA, you just wouldn't even consider going back to watch them in Bunbury next year. So that's going to get canned. Biggest loss under Clarko. So, not good for North. Not good at all. Where do you start with this one, boys? What do you reckon?
I think, they had the bye last week. I think a few of the boys must have overindulged on the bye weekend and forgot they've got actually... They celebrated the Gold Coast win as if they've just won the flag and gone, let's all fuck off on our end-of-season trip, but it's only mid-season, boys.
Might be the case, to be honest. I was
listening to a podcast with Charlie Cobman. He was going up to Noosa with the boys. They must have missed the flight back.
They may as well have.
The part that just strikes me is like, how are you so good the week before and then turn around and you're so poor? They did fire a shot.
No.
And me and a few of the boys watched at the pub, and I was like, I reckon this will be a good game. I reckon it's a danger game for Freo. No. Fucking blown out is another statement. So it just seems like at the moment North are like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Like you go, they lure you in, and then they'll do that. So I don't know. They're going okay, but then you see things like that, and you go, maybe they haven't improved anywhere near as much as we think they have. So
We spoke about how they really should be looking at that 10th spot
Yeah.
as that's for them. And coming off such a good win, you go, yep, they're chasing it. And then you go back to this, and if we were to do the full Christmas tree, that's fucking bottom 4 material.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's back to the fucking stem.
Yeah. It's not where you want to be. Not down where the presents are on the Christmas tree. I've got a question to pose to the podcast. Does this game, does it say more about Fremantle or does it say more about North Melbourne?
Oh, great question.
I'm going to say, I'm going to get to Fremantle later on because fuck me, I copped some flack over the weekend. I think Freo are legit, but I think it's more about North Melbourne smelling the roses a little bit.
I'd probably agree with that.
No team should get beaten by 124 points.
Yeah, West Coast definitely haven't done that this year.
Tongman and McAfee bangs him out of bounds.
4th down.
We've got a bit of a prop for 4th down. Back in 2018, I got on the Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, and they're in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Game 3 was insane. I'm not a huge hockey follower. I've saw the Knights, saw a playoff game, seen them in Madison Square Garden as well. Actually the best sport to see live. I know the Intern saw the Barracudas this year, but if you get to go to America, make sure you watch a hockey game because I couldn't tell you the rules. I don't know them. Watching the show that's going crazy at the moment, Off Campus or whatever it is. Good show if you're looking for something to flick on Amazon. Bit of a hooking. But anyway, moving on. The Stanley Cup final, Game 3, Vegas versus Carolina. Mitch Marner scored the fastest Stanley Cup hat-trick ever, and they were up 4-0 at the start of the third period. Carolina scored 3 goals in 39 seconds, the fastest 3 goals in Stanley Cup history, then got it to overtime. So in hockey, they, instead of playing shootouts or whatever, they just play normal time on, but they have less players. So there's more firing, more up and down, easier to score goals. They had double OT, still
free
couldn't
hockey.
pick. Free hockey, boatloads of it. And then in the second OT, the Golden Knights knocked it in to take a 2-1 series lead. But we've had the fastest hat-trick in a Stanley Cup final. 3 goals in 39 seconds. That is just insanity by Carolina. But then the Knights get back on top and they take a 2-1 series lead. So total madness in the Stanley Cup final, Game 3.
I've only ever seen the Cooters. I've watched it on TV. I don't know the rules or anything. As far as I'm concerned, the only rules I know is gloves down, punch the shit out of each other, and then when you hit the ice, stop punching the shit out of each other. But that's fucking madness. That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
39
Yeah.
seconds.
3 snags.
That's
Before we move on, can I just see the towel you got there?
It was Golden Knights Inception season, 2018 playoffs. They played the LA Kings, won in double OT. I think it was 1-0. Didn't see a whole goal through regulation and took 2 periods of overtime to see a goal. But when we did, the joint blew up. It was unbelievable.
Have they only been around since 2018? I didn't know that.
Yeah. 2018. Up. Bit of Garts guesswork for you. The first Vegas professional sports team was the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh, there you go. You can pop your rag back in your bedside drawer now.
That's the only reason you wanted me to get it out.
Yeah, 100%. I was just trying to see if there's any stains on it.
Well played. Oh, fuck the snapper. It was his fault.
Welcome to the Intern Files with the Intern.
Before
Hit me between the nipples, mate.
Before the Intern gets started, I'm worried that the brain capacity would have been able to think of a file this weekend.
I apologise if this isn't my best work. As I said, I've been without lack of a better word, I mean fuck today. Been a very slow day. So unlike normal, I'm actually going to have to go to the blower because I've got it saved rather than having the time to write it all down and memorise it.
He's
But
that
anyway,
hungover, he couldn't even get a pen out and write it down on a piece of paper.
it would have been barely legible.
He didn't even know what day it was today.
Yeah, he thought it was still Sunday.
Yeah, I did. So, in 2020, there was a game, the Houston Texans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, week 3 of the NFL season. So I'm going to read you some stats here, and I want you to tell me who the winner of this game was. So first downs, Houston 3, Pittsburgh 24.
Going to be hard to win if you're a Texans fan. 3 first downs.
Rushing attempts versus yards, 26 attempts for 37 yards for Houston, 31 attempts for 128 yards for Pittsburgh. Completions, attempts, yards for Houston, 3 completions, 10 attempts for 33 yards, 31 completions for Pittsburgh, 58 attempts for 326 yards, net passing yards for the Texans, 10, net passing yards for Pittsburgh, 294, total yards, 47 versus 422, time of possession, 20 minutes and 19 seconds for Houston, 39 minutes and 4 seconds for Pittsburgh.
I'll tell you what, whoever's the punter for the Texans got to fucking work out that day.
The Texans won 24-6.
How have they? I suppose it was just interceptions galore, was it? Who was playing quarterback for both teams?
Mason
Well,
Rudolph.
CJ Stroud.
No, was it before
No.
Stroud?
Yeah, well and truly. Yeah, Stroud was
Davis
drafted.
Mills, mate.
Davis Mills, yeah. I thought she was drafted in 2020.
Nah, Deshaun?
Wouldn't have been Massage Boy,
It
wouldn't it?
could have been Deshaun
Yeah,
Watson.
it would have been Deshaun. What year was it again? 2020, yeah.
2020.
M- Mason Rudolph, maybe, for Steelers?
That is bizarre. So they had 3 first downs for the whole game and scored 24 points.
The Pittsburgh dominated the game statistically, like 422 total yards to 47, 24 first downs to 3, 39 minutes of possession, and still lost 24-6. Absolutely
They didn't even get
ridiculous.
close. They lost by 18.
There was a block punt touchdown, multiple like Steelers turnovers, and Pittsburgh settling for field goals. Like, so all they would do was get it to where they just went field goal range and
Try and bang it home.
missed
Chris
field
Boswell.
goals, and so they didn't even score a tutty. So that I could not believe that when I found that this morning. I was, as I said, very hungover, and that one perked me up for about 30 seconds, and then I rotted back into the couch pretty quick. But yeah, I could not believe that when
That
I
is a
found it.
bizarre game.
Who was
How
the
do you just
quarterback?
dominate a game and get blown out? Really?
18 points is a
Yeah.
blowout.
So that's the intern file for the week. Didn't get any sent in this week, so as we've said before, get them in, DM the page, DM me, whatever. I love hearing the bizarre stats, and they'll get read on the podcast. So keep getting them in because I love reading them, and it also
It was
saves
Big
me
Ben.
for 'em.
Big Ben was still
Big
still
Ben.
quarterbacking for the Steelers, 2020, I believe.
Yeah, well, Big Ben needed to worry about throwing them to the ones in yellow and black than the...
I was about to say that was the year that the Browns
was that the
knocked
year
them
we
off.
pumped them in the playoffs.
Browns
yeah.
knocked them off in the
It
playoffs.
was.
It was a good
Yeah.
year.
But Big Ben had a good year that year. He threw nearly 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
That is
Oh.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty handy,
But
isn't
fuck
it?
Big Ben.
Yeah, fuck Big Ben. Fuck the
Yeah.
Steelers.
Well, there you go. That's not bad, intern, given you're on your deathbed, mate. That's
Thanks, mate.
very-
I could have easily kept sleeping, but I was like, I have to find something.
Is it going to finish higher than the Jags this year?
Yeah,
I hope you're right.
How is this not a pyramid scheme?
Let me explain.
Sounds like a box of piss bet, I reckon.
So we got the Christmas tree, and I'm not going through the full Christmas tree today. It's more just of a rebuttal back at some supporters. So the Christmas tree, for the listeners know, it got released a couple of weeks ago. Yes, the post went up Thursday, and as someone told me, oh, you're fucking trying to hide behind something you've only posted 3 days ago. Brother, get with the program. I've got a life. I have family. I've got a podcast to run. I've got a page. I don't have time to just say something on a podcast and put it up that day. Not how it works. But I'll tell you what, the Fremantle fans were not happy with me. A couple of my arguments for and the thing with so let's start. Dockers, you're on top of the Christmas tree. You're on the start. You deserve it. have your flowers. Yeah. I could have been safe and just said Fremantle on top. But the Fremantle supporters, fuck you all. They carried on as if I just cannot have an opinion that, oh, the fact that you have Geelong on top of us, they fucking beat you. Or they've lost so many games. They lost, 3 games by a total of 4 points. They've beaten Sydney, and they lost to the Hawks. Carlton, and Adelaide. So the Carlton game, that's a bad loss, but Adelaide in Adelaide, Hawthorn at the G, 2 games, they go the other way. Well, then all of a sudden. My argument with the Dockers, they've had probably, I would say, 2 really good wins this year. Maybe 1 real. I don't even know if they've had a good win. They beat Adelaide at Adelaide by 2 points. Again, that one could have gone either way. You get the dub, though. Dogs at Marvel by 12 points. That was when the Dogs were going okay, so good win. But then the thing with the Dockers' draw so far, they've had so many games at home. They beat Hawthorn at home by 15 points. The rest of the teams, Collingwood, they haven't really beaten anyone good. Brisbane at the Gabba, 25. That's probably a good win because of the distance. Brisbane aren't going that good, especially at the time they got them, but it is a good distance. So the reason they're on top, and I'm not making they're on top now. Yes, they're clearly on top. It's because they've just got the job done. They've just won, which is what you've got to do to earn it. But for people to think it is just absolutely insanity that they couldn't possibly be on the top when I did this 2 weeks ago, when they hadn't beaten Brisbane in Brisbane, when Geelong hadn't lost to Carlton, they hadn't lost to Adelaide. Like, come on. Like, Fremantle fans, I like Fremantle. They were one of my second teams, but the way I was fucking abused online, fuck you all. I hope you're fucking losing straight sets.
There are a few Paddy Voss operators over there in Perth.
So he's ripped Essendon, and the Essendon fans are off. You now the Freo fans are off.
Well, I like Fremantle, and I said it. The thing, I know it comes with the page, and you talk on a podcast, and they don't listen. They just see the thing, and they just want to get into you. But it's just like, come on, give us a go. Just because my opinion isn't the same as your opinion doesn't mean I'm wrong, you're right. Like, we both can have opinions.
My opinion is I think Freo's literally will go out in straight sets. I think the way they're playing isn't a good brand of finals footy. I think the way they play when they go into finals, they'll literally get smoked. But that's my opinion. I fucking hate them because they rubbed me up the wrong way as well when Hawthorn lost them.
The other thing too, sorry, I forgot to mention about Geelong. People, like, I'm not a Geelong homer. My wife goes for Geelong, and that's great and whatever, but I'm certainly not a homer for Geelong. But they've also beaten, everyone was like, oh, Sydney as well. They've also beaten Sydney. Like, I had Sydney third, and they'd lost to Hawthorn and Geelong. So, like, they only just beat St Kilda on the weekend. I think the top 4 is very tight and could be juggled around whichever way you look at it. And if Freo people think they're going that well, that they're that much better than everyone else, and there is not an opportunity, not a world we can live in that they couldn't be on top, then I hope you're right by the end of the year, because let me tell you, when you go out in straight sets, or if you go out in straight sets,
When he says.
the receipts will be coming, let me tell you.
Back you that one. I'm excited for it.
I'll just, what's today's date?
The
Monday,
8th
the
today.
8th of June.
Just ask him how many flags they've won, Adam.
I can count. Paddy can count, because Paddy, my son, is 2 and cannot count. He actually can count to about 10, and that's... He can't say 0, so he can't, sorry. Because Fremantle haven't won one. Fuck you, Dockers fans.
Fuck, I have no fucking idea. Garts' Guesswork off to a flying start.
You were going to get that.
Yeah, this is a cracking segment.
Every week when we do this, I reckon we readjust our seating. We get ready as if it's like if we're not sitting upright and ready to go, we can't answer them properly.
If I can't beat Intern today after, what am I? Am I 3-0 or 4-0? If I can't beat him after he's had a gut full of grog all weekend,
maybe it's what I need.
Could be. We did discuss.
Yeah, Adam found the segment that I'll win with.
We discussed at the footy Friday night. If it becomes music trivia, I might as well pack up and leave because not that I'm bad at it, you're just much better.
It's like I have a theory that everyone's got a little bit of autism.
Yeah, they do. Correct.
Just in their own little way, and one of my major tisms is my music knowledge.
You're in Birdworth.
Birdworth.
That's a friend of the program. Actually, he's not really a friend of the program, just a friend.
No, he hates the program.
Yeah, he hates the program. He's just a friend.
Garts' Guesswork this week, boys. We're doing a draft edition. I do.
Oh, fuck. I'm
Well,
fucked in.
AFL, NFL, and NBA. I don't mind you for this one, Intern. Surely you've got a bit of draft knowledge in there. The question is going to be who was drafted higher. I'm going to name two players. It'll be either one of the players or it was a tie. That makes sense. Adam, you'll be up first, given you are the reigning champion. Question number one for you. Who was drafted higher, Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen?
Josh Allen. Pat Mahomes was taken pick 10. They could be both pick 10. Was Josh Rowe? No, I think Allen was 7, I believe, and Mahomes was 10 or 11, just before the Browns picked at pick 12. So lock in.
10 and 7,
Josh
correct,
Allen.
yeah.
Deshaun Watson went pick 12, but we traded the pick to Houston, and then Houston eventually absolutely robbed the Browns.
All right, let's know. You're not allowed to get upset. Come on. That was not permission to go into a Brown segue. Intern. Who was drafted higher, Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase?
Justin Jefferson was taken higher.
He wasn't. It was 22 and 3.
22 and 5.
22 and 5.
Yeah, incorrect. Adam, who was taken higher, Micah Parsons or Nick Bosa?
Nick Bosa was taken 2nd or 3rd. Michael was like 10 or 11.
2nd and 12, correct.
Ballpark. Jeez, I'm going.
Yeah, you're on an absolute heater. Intern, Aaron Rodgers or Matthew Stafford?
Matthew Stafford.
Correct.
Was taken first.
First overall pick.
Aaron Rodgers was taken 24.
2009?
Not sure the year, but he was number 1.
Oh, I reckon you might be bang on. I don't know. I reckon you might be right there, Intern. Okay, moving on to AFL. Adam, Scott Pendlebury or Nathan?
Scott Pendlebury.
Nathan Fife.
Scott Pendlebury was like 10. Fife was like 14.
I was about to say
5 and 20, correct.
Still right.
You were still correct. Yep. Intern, Marcus Bontempelli or Christian Petrarca?
track.
Correct.
Track was pick 4 or 5, wasn't it?
2. Bont was 4.
Yep.
And
who was pick 1 in that year? The track was 2.
Was that the year that Jack Billings went pick 3 or whatever?
Yeah, he was 3 before Bont at 4. It was Pat McCartan.
Oh, that's painful.
Saints fans.
That's painful.
Pat McCartan and Jack Billings.
Nick Dacos or Sam Walsh?
Sam Walsh, because he was pick 1. Dacos was like 3 because of the father-son.
4. Yep. Intern, Joel Selwood or Dusty Martin?
Joel Selwood.
Dusty Martin. 3
Yeah,
and 7. Fuck, you're good at this segment, Adam.
Yeah, I know, this is right down my
Yeah. We're getting closer and closer to shit that he's good at. I'm fucking further away anyway.
All right, NBA, I reckon this is where you can get him, Intern.
No.
LaMelo Ball or Anthony Edwards, Intern?
Ant.
Yeah.
Correct. 1 and 3.
2. 1 and 3, yeah.
Adam, Donovan Mitchell or Tyrese Halliburton?
Ooh, we could have our first tie. I'm going to go tie.
12 and 13 to Tyrese.
Oh, I knew they were close.
Was Spider higher?
Yeah. Spider was lower.
Lower.
Intern, Kyrie Irving or Damian Lillard?
Kyrie was pick
One.
yeah.
Correct. And for the win, Adam, to take it home, I think you've already taken it home, to be honest. I've lost count of his scores, but Blake Griffin or Kevin Durant?
Blake Griffin was pick 1. What was Kevin Durant? He was 2 behind Greg Oden.
Bang. He's taken it out and he's gone 5-0.
Oh, no, I did get one wrong, didn't I?
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell to Reese.
That was a tough one. All right, Intern, maybe next week, mate. I'll maybe put in some music trivia in there for you, mate.
Give me some Sam Fender questions or something. Or,
Jimmy Barnes questions.
No, I'd actually get most of them probably.
I reckon you'd be pretty safe.
Well, wrapping it up, boys. What does the rest of the week for Wednesday night pod? We've got a bit of a football, a bit of a soccer take with the World Cup approaching. It's we're gonna have to do a little bit of research. I know, Jammo, you're no interest, no idea, but I like to think I'm a World Cup fan. I'm not a football or soccer fan. I'm a World Cup fan. You're growing in the area.
I reckon I've got Merce Multi for
a bit of football.
Yeah. And it's going to be one that Aussie fans aren't going to like, I reckon.
Oh, you've already, mate. You can't kick it off and then already scare all the fans away.
I cannot see us getting anywhere near Turkey, to be honest.
Well, I'm going to have 3 weeks of maternity leave because my beautiful wife is now 41 weeks pregnant without a baby, and it's now just 2 months since you got back from America, Jamie.
This baby's going to come out with a driver's license.
But the positive is I'm going to be able to watch so much World Cup.
Yeah,
whatever. I don't even know what program it's on, but I'll be subscribing to whatever it is, and I'll be watching a lot of soccer. So look out for my ball takes.
I think the timetables aren't too bad either. Like, the early games
it's in the
are
US, so it's like similar
whatever,
to
so it's the same as
football.
Adam, I remember going around to your house in about 2008 playing the World Cup game, and you were just dominating with Didier Drogba. Well, I've got this weird.
He was a cheat code.
Didier Drogba.
I still remember watching you take. I was about 10 years old, and I was watching you take Ivory Coast to the World Cup premiers. Is that what they're called? Is it a gold medal?
Yeah, it was Ivory Coast. Yeah,
I think that's one of the best names in sports. Didier Drogba.
And he was a demon. Chelsea. He was the reason I became a Chelsea fan. If you ask me who plays for Chelsea, I couldn't name one player, but I'll be an expert.
What about you, Jamie? Who do you root for in the football?
Didier Drogba. I actually did start going for Chelsea because of Didier Drogba. Adam, I've just bandwagoned it, like the Cavs. I bandwagoned the Didier Drogba hard. Went home, rented out FIFA 07 or something from the Video Easy that weekend, and just started playing as Chelsea and dominating with Didier. He's a star.
He was a gun.
I picked Newcastle United as my team. So I go for West Coast in the footy, the Browns and the gridiron, and the fucking Newcastle in the football. So all of my teams suck, and Newcastle just traded like the only player that I sort of knew anyway. And now
it's not even a trade; they just
get rid of a guy and make a heap of money back. Yeah. But it's literally brutal, it was all based on the back of Sam Fenders from Newcastle. Sam is a big Newcastle United man. They wear black and white. My footy team wears black and white. Made a lot of sense to me.
Very good. So actually, if you're listening to this pod and have any football takes, please send them in because you'll probably be educating. Voice memo or any tips for the boys, any insights. We might keep Intern away because me and Jamo are going to need all the insights we can get. So if you've listened this long and you're a football fan, let us know.
Might also have a bloke on the ground for a couple of weeks over there that we might be able to hit up as well.
Right,
yes, stay tuned.
Ivory,
a little bit of content.
Ivory Coast in the World Cup?
I don't believe so.
No, bugger. I was going to be going for him if they were.
What about this is final thing? What about what's his name? Tim Payne, the NFL, the soccer player from New Zealand. Have you boys seen this?
Yeah, your brother was
telling
me
about it. But
so he's had the smallest Instagram following out of anyone from the World Cup. And this big influencer said pretty much, let's build this bloke's brand up. And now he's got like millions of followers in like 4 days. So Tim Payne, not the Australian former Test captain, the Kiwis soccer player. What are they? The Kiaroos?
The All Blacks.
The All Whites, All Blacks, whatever they want to be. But Tim Cahill,
fucking
Tim Payne. It's time to wrap it up. One of the best celebrations in the world. Time to wrap it up. We're going mad. If you haven't checked out the West Virginia, well, you might not have, but check out the West Virginia vlog. It is Dion from DSA Media's best. It is unbelievable. If you've been following along the series, this is the next step of the journey. Intern's cooking up with some merch, so keep your eyes peeled for that. He's been cooking, so the next few weeks we'll hopefully drop a little bit of that. To 10,000 followers and to everyone who listens, likes, shares.
Love you.
We absolutely love you all. Keep commenting, and yeah, that's all from me.
See you around like a whistle.
See you, Rissel. See you,
See you,
Rissel.
Rissel.
Let's get Merv back to the cut.